She was ushered off a plane for seeming out of place. Hours later, she tanked their $600 million deal. Lauren Carter didn't expect fanfare, just a quiet seat by the window. At 39, she'd flown this route countless times, San Francisco to Newark, long, calm, perfect for focus. She wore a tailored jacket, dark jeans, no flash, no fuss. Her boarding pass said 2A, first class, window. She liked the left side, less sun in her eyes. Settling in, she opened her tablet, ready to work. That should have been it. Lauren tucked her tablet under her arm, gave a soft nod to the passenger in 2B, and sat. The flight attendant, young, nervous-looking, approached with a smile that felt forced. "Ma'am, can I check your boarding pass again?" she asked, voice clipped. Lauren, puzzled, handed it over. The attendant studied it too long, then said, "Are you sure this is your seat?" "It's 2A," Lauren replied calmly, "as it says." The attendant hesitated, muttered, "All right," and left without warmth. No apology, just a lingering tension. Lauren sensed the shift, like air tightening before a storm. Nearby, passengers glanced over, subtle but sharp, adjusting bags or belts too loudly. She stayed composed, scrolling through notes for tomorrow's 9 a.m. meeting. Months of deal talks were peaking. Horizon Enterprises wanted her company, unaware she owned it outright. She ignored the stares, focusing on projections. But unease hung heavy, a quiet warning of trouble brewing. The cabin felt smaller, eyes heavier, yet she kept her poise, her tablet glowing with numbers that held her future. 10 minutes dragged by, then 15. The cabin filled, mostly suits, some familiar industry faces, all quiet, rustling coats, stifled yawns. Lauren reviewed her slides, mentally rehearsing the acquisition pitch. Then 2 men boarded, moving with intent. Not crew, security, in Navy uniforms, radios clipped on. The taller one, late 40s, paused at her row. "Lauren Carter?" he asked, voice flat. She looked up, confused. "Yes? Can you step off the plane with us?" The cabin froze. Every sound, clicks, shuffles, stopped as eyes turned to her. "Why?" Lauren asked, setting her tablet in her bag, voice steady. "Is there an issue?" The shorter officer glanced at the attendant, now lingering near the galley, eyes down. "There's a seating concern. We need to check something." Lauren exhaled, half laugh, half sigh. "I showed my pass twice." "We understand, ma'am, but please come with us." She paused, locking eyes. "You're asking me to leave my paid seat to recheck what you've already seen?" The taller one nodded. "Yes, ma'am." Silence swallowed the cabin. Lauren stood, every first-class gaze on her. Her seatmate in 2B stared out the window, silent, uninvolved. No one spoke, no questions, no support. She walked the aisle, bag on shoulder, heart pounding in a way it hadn't since her early days pitching to skeptical rooms. On the jet bridge, the lead officer turned. "Your pass is valid," he said. "It was a mix-up." Lauren's eyes narrowed. "A mix-up?" He nodded. "We're sorry for the trouble." No explanation, no accountability, just a hollow apology dangling in the air. They offered to let her reboard, but Lauren shook her head. "Book me on the next flight," she said, voice calm but edged. "Send the details." She didn't yell or cry. She just walked back to the terminal, steps measured. The sting wasn't just the moment, it was the weight of being singled out again. Nobody knew who she was, not yet, but they'd learn. She didn't call friends or post online. She sat at Gate 12, Terminal 3, typing steadily, her mind already shifting gears. Lauren sat upright, legs crossed, working on a file labeled Fallback. A young gate agent approached, tentative, holding a new pass. Miss Carter, you're on the 6:40 p.m. flight, still first class. We're so sorry about earlier. Lauren glanced up. Do you know what happened? Her voice was even. The agent faltered. A seat error, I think? Lauren held her stare. Is that what they said? He nodded, uneasy. That's all I got, ma'am. She gave a small nod, then returned to her tablet, undeterred. She opened her notes for tomorrow's presentation. Project Helix, pages of stats, timelines, valuations. Horizon thought they were buying a startup to bolster their tech empire. They didn't know Lauren founded Carter Innovations, owned every share, called every shot. She'd kept it quiet deliberately. Lead from behind, reveal at the close. But now, that deal was crumbling. Not for pride, not for money, but because she'd seen enough. Horizon Enterprises was about to feel the cost of a single misstep, and she was already recalibrating. The evening flight boarded smoothly. Same seat, 2A, new crew. No apologies, just curt nods and stiff smiles. Lauren settled in, tablet closed. As the plane climbed, she shut her eyes, exhaling long. Outside, the sky was ink black, no stars. It didn't matter, she had her path. When she landed, no boardroom awaited. She was done negotiating. The deal was off, and Horizon didn't even know the storm coming. Her mind was clear, her next move set, and nothing would pull her back now. At Newark Liberty, a car waited. Midnight roads were empty. Lauren was silent. The driver offered music. She declined. He didn't ask again. By 1:10 a.m., she was in her SoHo loft, lights dim, city buzzing faintly outside. Barefoot, she poured chamomile tea and opened her laptop at the counter. One email from Horizon's VP of Strategy. Excited to finalize tomorrow. Bored, can't wait to meet you. She stared, then typed a reply. Subject, termination. No emotion, just precision. She wasn't here to play their game anymore. Her email read, effective immediately, Carter Innovations withdraws from all acquisition discussions with Horizon Enterprises. We have no interest in further partnership. No additional contact is needed. Best, LC. She hit send. No rant, no details. Let them scramble. She owed them nothing, not after today. Lauren sipped her tea, now lukewarm, and closed her laptop. Her phone lit up, an assistant's text. Horizon's team is checking in for the 9 a.m. meeting. Cancel the room? Lauren replied, cancel it all. No press, let them sweat. Lauren stood, crossing to the window. Manhattan's lights flickered below, small from this height, like a puzzle she'd already solved. Horizon lost $600 million over a moment they couldn't explain. A seat, a glance, a snap judgment. They thought she was just a name on a contract. Another box to check. By morning, they'd know Lauren Carter wasn't just anyone. The world would too. She didn't smile or dwell. She just watched the city, her mind already on what came next, unstoppable. At 7:39 a.m., Horizon's CFO, Daniel Reese, blinked at his phone, rereading Lauren's email. Withdrawal, immediate, no reason. He called her team. Voicemail, again, nothing. By 8 a.m., the Stanford boardroom buzzed, coffee cold, screens glowing. What happened? Someone snapped. She just vanished, Reese corrected. She didn't vanish. She ended it. Why, the night before signing? No one knew. Panic crept in. Legal dialed numbers. PR hovered. Then a tweet surfaced. A shaky video of a black woman, poised, escorted off a plane. It was her. The video's caption, paid for her seat, kicked off anyway. Another clip showed security approaching Lauren, her calm unshaken. Twitter erupted, tagging airlines, piecing it together. By 10 a.m., her name trended, Lauren Carter. Headlines followed. Black CEO removed from flight despite valid ticket. Carter Innovations axes $600 million deal after airline fiasco. Horizon's boardroom went quiet. A junior VP pulled up a profile. Carter Innovations, 100% hers. She built it from scratch, no spotlight. They'd courted a titan and didn't even know her face. She's been at this 9 years, someone said. No leaks, no noise, brilliant. Reese pinched his brow. We didn't know what she looked like. Silence fell. A marketer spoke. Was it the plane thing? No one answered, but they knew. Outside, Horizon's stock dipped. Lauren stayed silent, watching from her office, barefoot, coffee in a worn mug. Keep going. News piled up, clips, posts, outrage. Black entrepreneurs, activists, peers weighed in. None were shocked. All were watching. Horizon's mistake was now a global story. By day 2, Horizon's stock fell 6%. Airlines issued vague statements promising reviews. Lauren didn't care. She read emails, scanned headlines, but didn't speak. Day 3, stock down 8%. PR teams flailed, optics unraveling. On day 4, she drafted a note. No recipient, just words for the world. She typed deliberately, her chipped mug nearby. It wasn't about revenge, it was truth. She'd waited long enough. The statement would land like a blade, sharp, clean, cutting through noise to the core of what happened. Her statement read, I was removed from a plane because someone thought I didn't fit in first class. Not for a rule, not for safety, for how I looked. A black woman in 2A seemed wrong to them. They didn't ask my name or check their bias. They acted. I didn't shout or break. I left. Then I ended a $600 million deal. That wasn't anger. It was principle. This is about respect, not money. You can't buy my worth. LC.she hit send. The statement spread fast. Shared by Forbes, NBC, Wired, Reddit. People posted their own stories. Doubted, watched, dismissed in spaces they'd earned. Horizon's deal was dead. Investors pressed harder. Leadership shuffled. Lauren didn't gloat. She never named the airline or guards. She didn't need to. Her point was bigger. You can't judge worth by appearance. Quiet doesn't mean weak. Her silence had roared, reshaping narratives, exposing truths. The world listened now, and she'd already moved on, her focus forward, unshaken. Horizon's boardroom felt like a tomb. No one spoke of the deal anymore, just damage control. Stocks slid further, questions piled up. Lauren's name echoed everywhere. Panels, podcasts, op-eds. She'd reminded them, assumptions, cost. A single glance, unchecked, had unraveled an empire's plans. Her peers shared her story, amplifying it. Strangers connected, recounting their own slights. She'd sparked something unstoppable, not with noise but with precision. The world saw her now, not just a name, but a force who'd rewritten the rules. Airlines kept apologizing, tweaking policies, dodging specifics. It didn't matter. Lauren's statement lived on, quoted, framed, taught. She stayed above it, working, planning, her chipped mug still by her side. Horizon's losses weren't her goal. They were a consequence. She'd shown what happens when you misjudge someone's place. The story wasn't about a seat or a deal. It was about dignity, hers and everyone's. She'd walked away not to destroy, but to demand better. And the world was starting to hear her. Don't assume someone's lost just because they're somewhere you didn't expect. Lauren Carter wasn't loud when she was wronged. She was lethal. She reminded everyone, value isn't what you see at a glance. A quiet exit can shift empires. So next time you question someone's place, pause. They might hold the keys to your future, or end it. Speak up, check yourself, respect what's earned, especially when no one's looking. Silence has a price, and Lauren proved it's one you can't afford. Lauren Carter's story burns with quiet fire, a tale of dignity tested and empires shaken. Escorted off a plane in San Francisco for daring to sit in first class, she didn't scream or crumble. At 39, she carried the weight of Carter Innovations, her creation, her power, worth $600 million to Horizon Enterprises. Yet, in Seat 2A, she was just a black woman who didn't belong. That snap judgment, that glance from a nervous flight attendant, cost more than anyone imagined. By midnight in her SoHo loft, 300 miles from Newark's tarmac, Lauren typed 4 lines that ended a deal and ignited a reckoning. Her silence wasn't weakness. It was a blade, slicing through bias to expose truth. 2 lessons rise from this storm. First, never judge worth by appearance. Horizon's board didn't know Lauren's face, didn't expect a black woman to own the tech they chased. That flight attendant saw skin, not status, and triggered a $600 million collapse. Assumptions aren't just wrong, they're costly. One misstep, one unchecked bias, can unravel years of work. Second, silence can be louder than rage. Lauren didn't post rants or cry foul. She walked away, canceled the deal, and let her statement hit like thunder. Shared across America, from Silicon Valley to Wall Street, it woke millions. Quiet resolve, not loud fury, shifted the narrative. This isn't just a story, it's a warning. In boardrooms or airports, every glance carries weight. Lauren's mug, chipped but defiant, read, "Keep going." She did, and the world followed. Ignore her lessons, and you'll pay a price no money can cover. Because dignity, once crossed, strikes back with precision that echoes far beyond a single flight. What would you do if judged unfairly like Lauren Carter was in Seat 2A? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and comment to join the conversation. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more stories that spark change and uncover powerful lessons on dignity and resilience. Your support helps us spread these truths. Let's inspire millions together. Drop a comment now and stay tuned for more value-packed content.